Hello my beautiful family and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm super mean. We got a brand new season of 90 Day Fiance the Other Way. I am so excited to get into some new couples, but not all of them are new. Meet Josh, a two-time divorcee. He is 47 years old.
Lily! Josh, I missed you. You're so handsome. Aw, you're beautiful.
Josh admits that everything a kid does, he's still doing it. Those are his own literal words.
Everything a kid does, I'm still doing it.
And just like a kid, Josh still lives with his parents. He tells us that several months ago he sold his house and moved in with them. I was watching this horrified. Why is this the crunchiest, most zoomed in meal ever? Then Josh hops up and grabs some headphones and we learn that he has misophonia.
It's basically the hatred of sounds. I can't focus. My heart will actually physically race. There's been times where I sweat.
His voice makes me think of Krunk from The Emperor's New Groove. So Josh goes on to tell us that his condition affects him daily and it can be very hard to be around other people, especially when they are eating, but not Lily.
I was trying to learn Mandarin and Lily was trying to learn English. I saw her profile, a couple photos. I said, she is cute.
Lily is 46 years old and she lives in China. But after 2 years, she traveled to America to meet him in person. While on that trip, Josh proposed to Lily and a few weeks later, they got married in Las Vegas.
Lily never intended to live in the US. She has a really successful cosmetic business and she needs to be there to run it.
1 month after they got married, Lily went back to China and Josh plans on following her there in the next 2 weeks. Josh's brother comes over and they go hot tubbing together, but before they do, it shows Josh playing at the piano and it sounds really nice. Then he stands up and the piano keeps playing itself.
Want a drink?
You got a soft drink?
So I was like, what does this guy do? Like, what are his hobbies? What does he do for a job? It turns out he was an HVAC salesman. His brother was able to get a traveling visa, so he will be able to join them for their traditional Chinese wedding once he gets to China. But his brother is concerned because Josh has sold his house, he gave away all his furniture, and when he is living in China, he will never be able to work.
So how long can't you can't work there for
As long as I'm there on a marriage visa.
Uh-oh, hot dog. Josh feels pretty uncomfortable with the idea of being fully supported by a woman, especially in China, where they will both get judged.
I am gonna wonder, why does a woman like Lily want to be with a man like me and support me financially?
He says that he's scared one day she's gonna tell him she doesn't want to do this anymore and leave. Let's take a look at Lily's house. It is a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom mini mansion complete with elevator and home theater. Lily likes dancing alone in her garage and staring at her sparkly lamp.
那这个呢，是我非常喜欢的贝壳灯，因为我特别喜欢布灵布灵的东西。
She also likes bows because she wants to remain a princess forever.
Forever, 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 forever. 我是拥有一家美容公司。 有自己的化妆品的产品，那也有我的一些美容的仪器。
Lily tells us that she has worked her way up from the bottom and now she makes really good money. She tells us that her and Josh have so much in common, and he's very handsome. She starts showing us this room that she is having renovated for him. She says she wants him to feel loved and taken care of, but Josh tells us that he was perfectly happy with the apartment that she had and there was no need to do all these renovations. He calls her and she starts showing him the updates being done to the house and starts telling him she's exhausted from working so hard. She's stressed out because this house is costing her so much money and he's really worried what their life will be like if she's already stressed and he's not even there yet.
I've been married twice. I made many mistakes. I'm just trying to learn how I could be a better husband to her.
Okay, so first impression with these two, he seems like a nice guy. He earned some points for admitting that he made a lot of mistakes in his past. Lily, I don't know about her yet. She looks way older than she says she is. She's very blingy, and it seems like she's trying to buy him, and I don't understand why. Let's move on to Corona. She is a 30-year-old birthing coach from Pennsylvania. She tells us that at 16, she was living on her own and she has been independent and supporting herself ever since. She met her boyfriend Ingi when she was vacationing in Iceland. She had been out partying all night and he let her sleep in his bed, so she thought, wow, this guy is amazing. That's a pretty low bar. The next day, she DM'd him, and now she is moving to his country, and they've never even talked about getting married. She goes over to her mom's house where grandma and sister also live, and they already don't like him.
Everyone's gonna love him.
I don't know about that.
Granny, have you already decided you're not gonna like him?
I don't like people.
Yeah, people suck. Then she drops the bomb on them that in 2 weeks she is moving to Iceland. She was going to go to midwifery school, but now she's putting those plans on hold.
You're gonna give up your dream for him? You're gonna blind it like, love, I love Ingi, I'm going, I don't care about.
So the mom is basically deaf, but she has this tablet that writes down what everyone is saying, and she is pissed. They find out that they've only spent 20 days together. Corona can't even tell them what his last name is, and they want to run a background check on him.
Did you do a background check on him?
No, because I don't know his name.
What's his last name? What's his date of birth?
Ingi what?
I love how she said that with the most attitude ever. That is going to live rent-free in my head forever. What's his last name? So they're like, oh my gosh, he could be married already. You don't know anything. And she goes, no, he can't be married. He's never been in a relationship before. I was like, what? He's like 38 or something.
He doesn't have a wife. He's never even been in a relationship before.
What?
What's wrong with him? Why he ain't had a relationship? Something might be wrong with him.
Yeah, he is 38 and he's never had a girlfriend. There is something wrong with him besides the shape of his head.
He's not a killer.
Everybody on the news, they be like, ain't nothing wrong with him. They always show pictures smiling, and then their ass is dead.
Corona is an idiot, but I freaking love her mom and grandma. They're like, are there even any black people in Iceland? And she's like, yeah, like 5.
Like 5 black people in Iceland.
The mom was like, have you popped off to him yet? Has he seen that? And she goes, no, because I've been soft partnering him, which is a term that she made up, describing how she treats her partner like they're a freaking science experiment.
And I can unleash a lot of power, and it's not fair for me to just unleash the beast on his soft ass.
Am I the only person sensing a lot of red flags? She's essentially just faking who she is. Mom is like, I got calls from every school that you attended because of that mouth that you have. Then the grandma says that the person he fell in love with is not the real you. I was like, oh my gosh, she's brutal, but awesome. Let's move on to these 2 youngsters who are undoubtedly the dumbest couple on here. Meet James, a 33-year-old weirdo working for his family's business as an elevator mechanic.
It's one of the top 10 most dangerous jobs in the world.
It is so dangerous. Guess what? His dad even lost some fingers, and then at band camp, he had to go to the hospital, and then they sewed him back on, and it was intense. Isn't that an impressive story?
Had an elevator run over 2 of his fingers and chop them off, and he had to go to the hospital and have them sewn back on.
It's cool, huh? When James isn't glaring at the camera, he enjoys playing in the dirt, digging up rocks.
I feel like a modern-day Indiana Jones.
Not with that face, more like Woody. His wife, Matalia, is also digging up rocks with him. She is 27 from Indonesia.
I'm 27 years old. I'm from Cilacap, Indonesia.
They have been together 5 years, with 2.5 of those years being married. They met on social media, and at the time, he was into photography, she was trying to model, and they found each other.
I feel like he don't have any game at all because he just say, hey there. But when I see his pictures, like, he can hot stuff. Yeah.
She said after they started talking, she realized he was a weirdo and very genuine, so she knew she could trust him, which was important because she is very jealous. In the past, she has told him that if he cheats, she'll chop it off.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's so scary and I get so nervous.
Dude, you're making me nervous. Chill out. Then Meitalia says she is extremely emotional and she cries a lot. Where did they find this couple? So it's freezing outside. She tells him it sucks. She wants to go in. And he's like, oh no, it's not even that bad, as it's literally beginning to hail. She doesn't have a jacket on. And she's like, this is why I like Indonesia so much better. Then she says that since she came to America, she's constantly getting sick. Her lymph nodes are all swollen up. And James is always working and she's alone. So she wants to go back to Indonesia to get some medical care and be with her family.
Me and James are moving to Indonesia. I have a good health there and doctor will understand me better.
She says she needs to get her health back on track because she really wants to get pregnant. So she is planning on leaving to Indonesia alone in a few days. He will be following closely behind her. They have no job lined up. They have no plan. They're just packing up and leaving. I mean, at least Brandon and Mary had a house built before he left. They at least had some plan. There's nothing. Her friend comes over to hang out with her and she tells her that she will be leaving for Indonesia tomorrow because she wants to get healthy and get pregnant. And her friend is like, I thought that he said he didn't want any kids.
James told me that he wasn't excited about the thought of having children. What?
She's like, wait, when did he tell you this? Oh my gosh, he never told me this.
I want to have a kid. I want to have 2 kids. And then he said before he married and when we were dating, he said he want to have 2 kids.
Wow, okay, you gotta stop. Please stop. So the next day, these broke idiots take a box of trash to a record store to see if they can sell it. The guy is like, no, get out.
I need to make sure that I'm making as much money as I can before I leave.
He's starting to freak out because he hasn't told his family, who he works for, that he's leaving and she's leaving tomorrow. So now he decides it's a good time to talk about the fact that they are moving. Oh, it's so stupid. Now it's time to talk about the fact that they are moving to another country with no plan, no job, no money, and no place to live.
How are we going to make money? How are we going to be able to take care of ourselves when we're there? We really have to figure this out because you're leaving in 2 days.
Don't leave. Don't do anything until you have a plan. And why aren't you telling your parents? The following day, Matalia is packing up for her move back to Indonesia. She's very stressed and still upset for learning that her husband has been lying about wanting to have a baby, but she decides it's not the right time for her to bring it up. She's asking him how he is doing with her about to leave, and he starts sobbing. He's holding her. He's going to miss her so much.
It's just waking up without you. I'm not hearing you laugh when I come home.
Oh, now she's nice and sad, so it's the perfect time to drop the news. We won't be able to bring our dog, and she is devastated.
Because there's...
I thought he was coming with us.
He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, but he will be able to come with us eventually, just not right away.
You just tell me right now? When I'm about to leaving? Are you out of your mind or what?
Wow. She can cry or scream at the drop of a hat. That's why my son said she's like Jasmine. Oh my gosh. So he tells her that if they were to try and send the dog right now, he would probably get euthanized as soon as he arrives. I have no idea. I don't know how shipping pets works. Then Meitalia starts doing the worst ugly cry I think I have ever seen.
Trust me on this. I'm sorry.
And it went on and on and on. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's how it ends with them. Finally, we have Sarper and Shekinah. I'm not going to recap them. Instead, I'm just going to talk trash. It occurred to me as I watched Shekinah in her lingerie that she has a teenage daughter who is definitely at an age where she is going to want to watch reality TV, and Shekinah and Sarper are constantly talking about their sex life. Their entire relationship is built on physical attraction, and they live to improve their appearance. It is literally their profession. Sarper tells us that since he has been with Shekinah, he is forbidden from training women. He's burned through all of his savings and is barely getting by right now, so they're going to plan on him coming to America, where Shekinah thinks he can make a lot more money living in LA, and also she has her practice there as an esthetician. His friends are like, dude, you can't train women. They're like, she sounds super jealous. Don't let her steamroll everything that you want to do.
It's getting too much. That bitchiness getting higher every day.
Then Shekinah meets up with her friends. You guys, do you see this? I'm pretty sure his 5 o'clock shadow is tattooed on. And this washed up porn star look, it's awful. She honestly looks so old. And then Shekinah highlighted her hair more, and I don't like it. I love blonde, but no. Then Shekinah tells the Californians that she's going to get married.
If it weren't this situation, marriage would never be coming up.
Sit down! Get back on San Vicente, take it to the 10, then switch over to the 405 North and let it dump you out into Mulholland where you belong!
Then Shekinah tells them that she will be getting a new nose job, and Sarper will be the one designing it. Mrs. Quaalude doesn't even try hiding her disappointment.
And Sarper has actually designed a new nose for me.
What?
Shekinah.
Oh my gosh, he's making me a new nose. Isn't that fetch? Tote. In the next episode, oh wait, I gotta do my echo. In the next episode, we will see Statler and Dempsey eating butter. Meitalia will give her husband a massage.
Coin massage. But it will make you feel better.
I was like, oh, she's gonna give me a nice, tender massage.
This is really tender.
And we got a spoiler, some woman that Sarper has apparently hooked up with reached out to Shekinah and she agrees to meet with her.
He said he loved you also.
I bet.
Tune in next week to watch all the drama unfold and tell me all of your thoughts and first impressions of these couples. I love you and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
They hear the beats thinking I'm a trap rap about to get saved and ain't I got good, plus I'm throwing up phone them and see what's up. Enemy dog, he had me, keyword dog, my bad, that's tragic. Now with the king of kings, turn my beauty to ashes. Might mess around into a pageant. Holy Spirit, yeah, he dwelling me gladly. I will not flip like a patty. Really getting savvy, left a savage like no need to be average. I'm trying to catch souls, not bodies. Said it in my last song, please don't get it.